Okay, so this is Tapashwini. I'm the consultant trainer of Sankhana Consultancy Services. So I'm welcoming you to the today's demo session regarding the data science. So before proceeding towards the complete demo session, okay, so basically this session is to understand what this course is providing or what is the beneficial of this course. Whenever we are talking about the AI, as we know that the global is completely advancing with all the features, with all the applications of the AI. Okay, utilizing its all benefits, utilizing its all facilities, its all technologies, right? So in that case, when we are talking about the AI, so it's very important to know the data science, right? Because whatever the things we are getting, that is completely related to data. Okay, so that's why today here we are sitting to discuss the complete demo that is regarding the data science in the field of the analytics. Okay, so the agenda, if I will tell you what are the things that we are going to discuss. That is nothing but what is AI, what is data science, okay? What are the things that is associated with the data science, like likewise we have the machine learning, we have the deep learning, right? We have the statistics, we have on communication language, that is we are providing the Python, okay? How the deployment process is going, all that things with we will see that how the statistics here is helping us to reach to manipulate the data to particularly uh, deal with the data. What are the things that if you will be a data scientist, then what will be your roles and responsibilities? Okay, so all these things we will step forward when in this particular demo session. Okay, so what will be your queries and all that regarding to this particular course, regarding to this particular session? You can ask me, not an issue. But this is the thing that we are going to discuss. So if I will talk about AI, we all know that AI is a field where the machines are learning by themselves without any human intervention from the past data, right? That means if I will say that AI is nothing but it is a field where the machines will be trained in a in such a way that it is able to learn, it is able to think, it is able to predict the outputs upon the different kind of scenarios or the business requirements that we have, right? Now where the data science come into picture, whenever we are training the data, right? Whenever we are telling that, okay, we have to train our machines, we have to train our models, what we have to train? Are you going to, like, you are sitting with the your laptop and you are going to train your laptop? No, right? Training your system means what? Training a model means what? You're training some data. Okay, you're training some data by applying some modern statistical techniques or by applying some mathematical derivations, some mathematical algorithms upon it, which when it will get some new data. Suppose you are building your model upon some sales data, right? Upon some sales of a company. So whenever a new cell will come, whenever some new data regarding the particular cell will come, so it will automatically predict you the output that, okay, whether your company is going to be in a loss or it will get some more profit apart from your previous turnovers, right? This is what we are training the models we can do. This is what we are telling that, okay, my model is getting trained or my data is getting trained. Suppose there is a person who is standing on top of the mountain. Okay, let's say there's a person who is standing in the top of the at the top of the mountain. Now, what he have to do? He have to come to the ground, right? He have to come to the ground. Now, that person, what he will see that, okay, if I will take large steps, okay, if I will take large steps, then obviously I will be like reaching the ground at a very less amount of time, right? So initially, he will take some large steps, and suddenly after that, he will face some rough area upon that surface of the mountain. So at that point of time, what he will do? He will see that, okay, whenever the surface is like it is plain, at that point of time, I'm taking large steps, and okay, it's okay for me. But now I'm getting the surface that is completely rubbed. So at that point of time, what that person will do? That person will take some few steps, right? Carefully, he will take the step, right? And after that, suppose after some point, there will be some like many like holes, if I will say, or many like a complete rough surface. It will come. He will again slow down his step, right? Then after some point, the surface is okay now. Now he will again what? He will speed up his pace, right? He will speed up his pace. So this slowing down, taking larger steps. So what that person is doing? He's analyzing the surface, right? He's analyzing the surface. What surface I have got before? What surface I am getting now? That means from this part, from this training, okay, from this thing, what he will do? He will think that, okay, that means this mountain is it is not fully plain. It has got some rough surfaces also. It has got some plain surfaces also. So what I have to do? Whenever I will face, whenever I will reach the plain surface, I have to take the long step. Whenever I have to like whenever I will face some rough surface, at that point of time, I will take some few steps. Right? This is the prediction he has done in his mind. And according to that, he know that if in future, when I am just coming to the ground, if in future I'm facing some rough surfaces, at that point of time, what is the result I have to give? I have to slow down my steps. This is where we can say that, okay, that person is getting trained upon that particular scenario. He is training his mind, right? And like that, we can say that the machines are also get trained. Always I give a simple example, very simple example. Okay, suppose like here I have some I always give this example. Suppose here I have some age, okay, and here I have some weight, right? Here I have some persons with their age and with their weight, right? So here suppose I have some weight, some age, and with the increasing of the age, or I will say with the increasing of the age, my weights are also getting increased. That means if I will say, suppose this is my x feature, this is my y feature. So if I will say my x is directly proportional to my y, that means my x is increasing, so that my y is also increasing. This is the relation that I found, right? From my data and the observations, I found that if my age is increasing, my weight is also increasing. Now, the second scenario is that maybe I will found out that, okay, when my age is decreasing, okay, when my age is decreasing, my weight is decreasing. What will be the third scenario? When my age is increasing, my weight is decreasing. So this thing, the directly proportionality, if I will say, so this is nothing but if one is increasing, another one is also increasing. If one is decreasing, another one is also decreasing. Like this is a linear relationship, if I will say. Proportionality, directly proportional there. But if I will say my age is increasing and my weight is decreasing at that point of time, now I can say that, okay, this is my inversely proportional. My X variable is inversely proportional to my Y, right? How can I make this decision? How can I find this pattern? Can I say that, okay, it is nothing but it is a mathematical derivation by seeing the relation between these data sets? Yes or no? By seeing this age and weight, I can derive this. This is a normal mathematical concept, right? But this is simple. In case of directly proportional, it is simple that when there will be a new age will come in future, automatically what you will think that, okay, my past data has told me that, okay, my past observations I have got that when my age is increasing, my weight is increasing. That means if tomorrow a new age will come, that means also my weight will increase, or the vice versa will be there. But if in this pattern, if you will see some hidden patterns among this, that, okay, in some part, in for some observations, when the age is increasing, the weight is increasing. But after this, in some observations, when the age is increasing, the weight is decreasing. After that, suppose there is one age for which the weight is increased. This age is a decreasing one, but this weight is an increasing one. After that, you will get that, okay, this age is an increasing one, but this weight will be a decreasing one. So at this point, you can't be able to find the relation between this. Now, how you will tell that, okay, in future, if a new age will come, whether my weight will increase or decrease? You can't say this. Okay? You can't say this. So here what our machine learning or all the statistical concept, or I will say our data science come into picture. When I'm training my particular model, model means what? I'm training my data sets, right? I'm creating one model for my data set where I'm training my particular data. Okay. So whenever I'm training my data, my machine is used to learn from the past observations, from the past trends, from the past hidden patterns. And along with that, when in future some new data will come, okay, some new data will come, it will automatically give you the predictions. Okay, it will automatically give you the predictions. So data science, if I will say, data science, it is a multidisciplinary field which deals with the study of very big amount of data using the modern tools and techniques, and it helps to identify the unseen patterns and derive the meaningful information. Okay, so as a data scientist, what you require the maths, you require the good knowledge in the statistics, not good knowledge. You have to be best in the statistics. You have to be good with the maths, and this math is nothing but this will be our 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th standard math. Okay, we have to be good with the advanced computing, visualization. Okay, we have that kind of mindset to analyze that particular data. If some data is coming, we have to analyze that particular data, that, okay, what information my data is giving to me, and what kind of information I can derive it from this particular data set, right? Something we have the domain expertise, because the industries that are completely spreading over the global, so we don't have only one industry over there. Suppose we have some that is education sector or health sector or something. No, we have different kind of domains, right? We have different kind of domains. And to understand that particular domain data, because the data for the healthcare sector is different, the data for the industry like education sector is different, the data for the finance sector is different, right? So to understand that particular domain, we need some domain experts. So a data scientist must have the knowledge with the different kind of domains and with the data engineering. Okay, that means whenever we are collecting the data, transforming the data, and loading the data, particular this ETL process. So a data scientist He is a complete package of being a statistician, of being a data analyst, of being a Python developer or a Python programmer, of being a machine learning engineer, a deep learning engineer, a NLP engineer, or a computer vision programmer, or a data engineer. He's a complete package. And that's why the pay of a data scientist is quite high, because the position also holds that much of responsibility. Okay, the position also holds that much of responsibility. Now, if I will say that machine learning is making our work easier, right? Machine learning is making our work easier. Now, previously, if we will go and check, when around, I will say around 2002 or 2003. Okay, so at that point of time, uh, big data, somehow it hasn't come to the front end. Okay, came to the front at that point of time, because the data generation at 2002, or like since 2002 or 2003, the data generation is not rapid as if now we are getting up, as if now the industries are generating. Okay, at that point of time, we have the Facebooks, we have the Orkut, we have the Twitter, we have the YouTube, all the things we have. But the data generation is not that much huge. We haven't the data, like the high dimensional data, if I will say, we're not generating that much kind of high dimensional of data. So at that point of time, the data we can get from the raw resources, like in the form of the Excel. Okay, many times we do the Excel at that moment. If you have seen that many, like with the tally, with the help of the tally, with the help of the ERP software, that means with the help of the Excel, we are like the industry workers are doing a lot of things. They are doing the data analyzation with the help of the Excel. So today, if you will say the primary tool for the data analyzation, I can say that, okay, we can go for the Excel, right? Excel now is giving so much, like it has done so much of advancements in the analysis part. But at that point of time, it was not there. Now, what is the difference between this Excel work and this ML work? With the Excel work, we have the data, we can do the manipulations. That's it. We can see the data, we can read the data, we can organize the data also, we can do some mathematical imputations, right? We have the pivot tables, we have different kind of mathematical imputations over there. Yes or no? Right? So this thing we can do with the Excel, but can we make future predictions with the Excel? Can you make the future predictions with the Excel? We can't make that. We can deal with the present data. We can deal with the past data. We can't predict the future. We can't train our data with the Excel work so that it will give me the future predictions, right? But with the help of the machine learning, we can automatically analyze hundreds, thousands, millions of Excel rows with text data in a fast, consistent, and a scalable way. Okay, and with the help of the machine learning models, we get more productivity. Okay, and also the main thing is that it consumes less amount of time. Means your time consumption will be low. That means your cost of your production will be also low. It is a cost-effective method. And the main thing is that machine learning will learn automatically from the experience. Okay, the AI application or the models that we're building by the use of the deep learning or the machine learning. So what they will do? They will automatically learn from their experiences, from their past experiences, if I will say. Okay, so this is the difference between this Excel work and this ML work. So this example I have given you, how the future prediction is done with the machine learning, right? Suppose this is the invested amount. Here the budget is fluctuating. Look at here, the investment amount with the profit. Okay, so previously at the former time, it is observed that if I am investing uh, increasing amount, then my profit is also increasing. But suddenly it has observed that whenever I am just giving, never though I am just increasing my invested amount, but my profit is decreasing. Okay, now it has increased just a little bit. Now, if I will invest in future this amount, then what will be my prediction? Okay, so for this simple problem, we can just linearly draw a line. We can just make it up with the data points. Okay, we can just draw the tangent with the x-axis and the y-axis. We can calculate the slope. Okay, and we can make it up with that. Okay, if this is my investment and this is my profit. Okay, if I will just join up, if I will draw a straight line. Okay, as per my profit zone, if I will draw the straight line, if I will connect it, then obviously this is the amount that I will give, that I will get as a profit when I invested $150. This has been done. This is a very simple case. Okay. But if there are millions of records at that point of time, what you will do? You are not going to sit it like this, that, okay, I will draw the straight line, I will find out the relationship, all that. No, you will do that part, but with the help of the advanced methods. Okay, you will do that part. Internally, you are doing the same thing. Internally, you are doing the same thing. You are predicting that. You are finding the relation, right? But with an advanced way. And at that point of time, you don't have to think so much. Let the system will do. Let the program will do for you. Let the algorithm, let the statistical methods will do for you. Okay. So how can this machine learn? As we have discussed that from the past data, okay, suppose this is the human can learn everything automatically from his experiences, right? Now, today's era, machine is saying that, okay, I can also learn from my past data with the help of the machine learning. I can also give the prediction. You are the humans, you don't know. You can give the prediction in many cases, but I can train myself and I can give you the prediction, right? So if you will say, what is the importance of a data scientist? So the data scientist is the person who deals with the complete AI process. Or I will say, who deals with the data completely. From the extraction of the data to building the model to deploying the model. The data scientist is a person who is a complete package of all these responsibilities. Okay, of all these responsibilities. That means whenever you will get the data, okay, whenever you will get the data from any databases, from any raw resources, okay, so there will be a communication language through which you are interacting with the databases, with the user, through which the user is interacting with the databases, the user is interacting with the data. Okay, and after collecting the data, what it will do, it will analyze the data. Okay, do the data analysis process. You have to collect it, you have to gather it, you have to summarize it, you have to organize it. Okay, you have to completely balance the data, emitting all the errors, all the inconsistencies. You have to filter out your data in such a way that your data will be properly managed to pass or to get trained upon some machine learning algorithms or upon some deep learning algorithms. Okay, after building the model, you have to pass it through the training and the testing part. Okay, when your model is giving you the best accuracy with the training, also with the test data is nothing but these are the future data. Okay, these are the future data that will come. If it is giving you the good accuracy, then I will say that, okay, this model is good for me. This is the best fit model that I have made for this particular business requirement, for this particular data set. Okay. And upon that, what we have to do at the end of the day, we have to make a module. We have to make a particular AI application that has to be implemented in some of different kind of application, like in the Netflix or in the YouTube. In the Facebook also, we have an AI module. Okay, AI application we are building is what? We are implementing some kind of what? Pre-processed training models. Okay, pre-processed training models inside a particular system. Right? The robot is nothing but what? It is the outer layer of the robot. It is nothing but, it is a machine completely, right? But how it is working? With one chip, right? That means inside that chip, the complete modulation of the training part has been already done and implemented into that particular robot. According to that, it will work. Okay. According to that, it will work. So if I will say what is the difference between AI, machine learning and deep learning? So AI is nothing but, if we will consider this as a AI, this as a AI. So AI here, the ability of machine to simulate the human behavior and take the decision intelligently like a man. This is the complete definition of the AI. That means artificial intelligence. That means what? Human-made thinking power. That's it. Artificially made thinking power. You're artificially making a machine that is able to think like a human. That will analyze the human behavior, that will analyze the surrounding behavior, and it will act it upon. Now, if I will tell about the machine learning, then machine learning inside this AI application, inside this AI, machine learning is coming. It is coming into the picture. So, in machine learning, it is ability of the machines to automatically learn without being explicitly programmed. Whenever you are giving the new data, right? Whenever you are giving the new data, at that time, you need not have to program it again. That okay, I'm passing this new data. Upon this data, you have to the user will again pass the algorithms. The user will again pass some statistical concepts, and your machine will give the output. No, it is not like that. Okay, so the machine will. It has the ability. It is the ability. The machine will learn from its past experience, from its past experiences. Okay, and when there's some new data will come based on this past experiences, on its learning, on its training, it will give you automatically the output. Okay, now this is the machine learning gone. So deep learning, it is a subset of machine learning. Okay, deep learning is not a particular separate module. No, deep learning, it is a subset of machine learning. Here also you are going to train the model. But here in deep learning, what is happening? Why deep learning is becoming so popular? Due to the big data. Okay, so basically the aim of the deep learning is to mimic the human brains. That means deep learning has been structured on the basis of the human neurons. As like in a human brain, due to the neurons are responsible to transform the information, right? To transform the information from your one end of your body to your brain. And according to that, your brain will again send the message, the information through that neurons, and it will give the output to your particular that body part. Okay. Suddenly, if it is a reflex action, if I will say, suddenly if you are sneezing, okay, you are about to sneeze. So at that point of time, what you will do? You will suddenly close your eyes. You can't snitch by keeping your eyes open. If suddenly a flash of light is coming, is directly you are interacting with your eyes, it is coming to your eyes. At that point of time, what you will do? You'll suddenly close your eyes, right? So this thing, how it happens? The information will pass back to your neurons first, right? Through your eyes, through your optical nerves. It will pass through your brain. Then your brain will process it. Okay, this thing is coming. That means you have to shut down your eyes. It will again pass the information to your eyes through the optical nerves, and you will close your eyes at that point of time. You will just shut down. And this happens in a very late second, right? This happens in a very late second. Like that only deep learning, in the deep learning, the data are different. Okay. So here it creates the artificial neural networks which are capable of learning and taking the decisions intelligently with the help of the algorithms. Now, if I will say where data science come into picture, if I will say where data science come into picture, so data science, if I will say, then data science is completely including this. This is complete data science. Okay, this if I will write, this is completely data science. Okay, and here something we left, that is statistics come into picture. And for the communication with the data, okay, for the communication with the data, we have something called as Python or R. We need to communicate, right? How can we train our machine? With some language, we have to make specific with some languages, with some programming languages, because computer will only understand that. It doesn't understand the English, right? Whether you will just give the English language to a system, it will convert it into the system language. Okay, then only system can understand. Otherwise, it can't understand. Right? So we have the Python or the R language for the communication purpose. And why we choose this Python or R, that we will also see. Why we choose this Python and R. Okay, now going forward, we will see that. So this is the humanoid robot using the AI, right? That means getting machines to do what humans are good at. Okay. What is the difference between AI and the robot? If this is my robotic, if this is my intelligence, then obviously this for this AI application only these robots are getting made. Okay, so these are the artificially intelligent robots. Right? In India, recently a new AI anchor has launched, that is for reading the news. Okay, a new uh, AI news anchor has been launched at Odisha. Okay, by Odisha it has launched. Her name is Mona Lisa. If you have the time, you can just go and check in the Google. Okay, that is amazing. That is interesting. That how like in India also this system, the people are getting so advanced. The AI is now getting advancing in such a way. They are completely launched it. Okay. Now, so what are these AI tools that we have? That is with the machine learning. Inside the machine learning, we are going to learn 12 or 13 algorithms. Okay, we have the supervised machine learning, unsupervised machine learning, we have the reinforcement learning, we have the semi-supervised machine learning. So if we have four types of machine learning, then obviously the algorithms that we are going to study, that is completely huge. 12 or 13 kind of algorithms we are going to use, and the tools that we are using for the machine learning, we are different kind of libraries that is implemented inside the Python. Okay, so we have the scikit-learn library, we have the pandas, we have the numpy. Okay, we have many data visualization libraries such as we have seaborn, we have plotly, we have cufflinks. Okay, matplotlib. So all these things we have in the data visualizations. In the statistics is completely done by the help of the Python, okay, by the help of this NumPy module, by the help of this pandas module, and by the help of some scikit-learn also, by the help of the stats module that is implemented already inside the Python. All these things we can do. Now for the deep learning tools, we have the Keras, we have the TensorFlow, we have the PyTorch, we have the Theano. Okay, and for visualization tools, as I have told you now, Matplotlib, Seaborn, Bouquet, we have Plotly, Couplings. Okay, so by these tools, we can visualize our data more properly, and we can build we can graphically represent our data in a very beautiful manner, in a very efficient manner. Okay, now all these things have cleared. So basically, I will give you a quick brief description about what till now I have make you understand. So artificial intelligence, it is nothing but it is the capability or it is the ability of the system to analyze, to think, to analyze, and to act upon the surrounding without any human interference. So for this AI application, we require the data science. Okay. In data science, if I will say data science, it is the ability where we are training the models. Okay, we are preparing our models, we are preparing our data in such a way by the use of some advanced modern statistical tools. Okay, that will predict the outcomes, right? So when we talk about the data science, in data science, we have different modules such as we have the machine learning, we have the deep learning, we have the statistics, and we have the Python. Okay, we have NLP also, we have the computer vision also. It is also included in the data science. So whenever we are getting the data, what we are doing first, we collect the data from any raw resources. Okay, and the data are completely in a raw format. Okay, the data are completely in a raw format. Now, when we get the data, the first thing what we do, we read that data, we analyze, we collect the data, we summarize the data, we organize the data properly. Okay, so all these things, and we do the manipulation. That means we have to make that data properly interactive, properly we will remove all the inconsistencies. We have to balance the data in such a way that it will be more efficient for the further use, for the further process. So all these things can be done with the help of the statistics. Okay, all this analyzation of the data, manipulation of the data, that has been done with the help of the statistics. Now, after the data is getting completely balanced, so what we do, we find to find the hidden patterns from that particular data sets. Okay, to predict something, to predict some outcomes, what we have to do, we have to pass that data for the training purpose. Okay, and here my machine learning or the deep learning or the NLPs come into picture. So basically this machine learning is nothing but it provides the modern advanced stats tool, okay, to deal with the data, to find the hidden pattern of the data among the, inside the data. Okay, so based on that hidden patterns, based on that insights, it will draw the future prediction. Right? This is the complete machine learning. Okay, we have different kind of algorithms that have different kind of uses, different kind of operations in like in the back. Okay, so that particularly mathematical imputations or statistical imputations will pass upon the data upon that particular data set, and your data will undergo the process of the training. Okay, likewise in the deep learning also we are doing the same thing, but in the deep learning we are using the artificial neural networks. Okay, we have the perceptrons, we have the ANN, okay, the artificial neural networks, we have the CNN, the convolutional neural networks. Okay, so we have some optimizers, we have the activation functions. All these things are present in the deep learning part. What is the main aim of the deep learning? To mimic the human brain. As the human brain, as the neurons of the human brain is doing the operations, like that only the deep learning has been designed, which will train the particular data for the training purpose. Okay. Now, so deep learning also we covered. Now we have the NLP. I want to talk about the NLP. We have the NLP. So what does this NLP do in NLP? So NLP is the natural language processing. Okay, which converts, or I couldn't say that which converts, but it is a mechanism where your speeches are converting into the text and your text are converting into the speeches. Okay, likewise we have the Alexa or Siri. Okay, or we have the Google Translator. In the WhatsApp we have the we have to speak. We have that much of facility also, right? So what this thing do? What we can do with the NLP? When we are giving some input in the speech, okay, when we are giving some input in the speech, so in the NLP, through this NLP technique, what will happen? Now your speech will first converted into the text format. Okay, your speech will first get converted into the text format. Before that, we have some another layers also. That means the speech will be it will be noise free. Okay, or any inconsistencies, if there will be, then it will be also get removed. That means it will be completely get cleaned. After that only it will get processed for the what? That is for our texting purpose. Okay, texting purpose. Then after generating the text, the machine will understand, okay, that okay, what my user is trying to say, and based on that it will again generate the text, and that text will be converted into the speech, and it will get outputted in the form of the speech. Okay. Always remember, at the end of the day, whatever we are doing, basically we are building an AI application. Okay, so this data science course is completely related to building for analyzing the data, for training the model, so that you could specifically build a model that will be get implemented into an AI application, or that will be converted into an AI application. So the purpose of this course, of this taking this course, is nothing but you are going to learn basics to advance of Python programming language. Okay, with that you are going to be provided the complete statistical knowledge with the mathematical operations, with all the practical implementations. Okay, after that you will be get educated with the machine learning models. Okay, all the supervised and the unsupervised machine learning models that we have, machine learning algorithms that we have. Okay, then you also be gain the knowledge of the deep learning. Okay, completely in depth you are going to be uh, get taught with the complete deep learning process and with the natural language processing. Okay, so the course outlay, if I will say, we have 4 modules. In our data science course, we have 4 modules. So in the first module, you are going to deal with the data mining with Python. So here, what you will take away? The takeaway is that you have to, like the first chapter, that is, we have with the introduction to the Python. Okay. So in the introduction to the Python, you are going to deal with all the basics, okay, the data structures and all that. With the fundamentals of the Python, you are going to be get trained about how the indexing done, how you can extract the data, okay, all these things. After that, we have the chapter 3, in which we have the OOPS concept, which is very much necessary when you are building a project. Okay, when you are building a project, OOPS concept is very much necessary. Now, chapter 4, we have the NumPy, that is the numerical Python, which is very helpful when you are dealing with the statistical concepts. Okay. Chapter 5, we have the Pandas. Pandas is completely, it is a data manipulating library. Okay. Where you can read your data. Okay. You can do all the manipulations, all kinds of manipulations you can do. Right. After that, you have the connection with the database. How you can connect to your database by writing the Python code itself. Okay, how you can connect with the database. So basically the database that we are going to provide, that is the MySQL database. Okay, and in future we are trying to launch the MongoDB also. Okay, in chapter 7, data visualization. In data visualization, as I have told you, that many libraries are there in Python. Okay, basically the main important libraries are the matplotlib, the C1, Puffins, Plotly. Okay, so this particular four libraries with the bouquet also we are going to now in the data visualization part in them. Okay, in the module 2, we have something called as statistics. So here, in the statistics, the chapter 1 that we are going to discuss, that is the introduction to statistics. Like what is statistics? What are the different kind of statistics? What are the different kind of variables? Okay, so all these things, the introduction part done. After that, we are going to discuss all the distributions that is present in our statistics. What kind of if I'm getting one data. Okay, so in how many ways I can distribute that particular data? We have different kind of distributions based on different kind of data, right? After that, in the chapter 3, we have the hypothesis testing and the computation methods. Okay, and in chapter 4, we have the correlation and the regression part. Now, in the module 3, so after finishing the statistics with Python, we have something called as EDA also, the exploratory data analysis. So how the EDA has been done, how the EDA has been performed with the help of the statistics, with the help of the NumPy and Pandas, with the help of the data visualization libraries, with the Python, all these things are completely, it will get covered. In the module 3, we have the machine learning. Here, the introduction, after completing the introduction part, the data pre-processing. The data pre-processing is done. Okay, before your data will pass to any machine learning models that we will see. So in data pre-processing, we have to handle the missing values. We have to do the label encoding. We have to do the dimensionality reductions. Okay, we have to interchange the data types. Right? All these things we have to do in the data pre-processing. After that, we have all the machine learning algorithms with the supervised and the unsupervised machine learning algorithms with the practical implementations. Okay, for each algorithm, you will be provided the practical implementations with some of the data sets. Okay, with the theoretical and with the practical. After that, how we are going to build the model and training the model. So parallelly, we will go like with the machine learning. Suppose one linear regression we have completed. So after completing the theory part of that particular linear regression, we are going to see that okay, how it has been done practically. How we are building and training the model by using the linear regression upon some data set. So parallelly, we will do that. Okay. Now coming to the module 4, so here we have the artificial intelligence with the Python. Okay. The first chapter is introduction to the artificial intelligence and the deep learning. So we are going to deeply cover, in depth, we are going to cover all the basic things. Now, in the chapter 2, we have the optimizes, loss function and the activation function that is completely related to the deep learning. Okay. The chapter 3, we have the neural network. We have different kind of neural networks, and I have told you ANN, CNN, we have the perceptrons. Okay, all this kind of neural network has been covered on the chapter 3. In the chapter 4, we have the NLP, that is the natural language processing. Okay, that we are going to cover in the chapter 4, and in the chapter 5, we are going to cover the different kind of natural language processing techniques. So one thing is that after completion, okay, after completion of your entire course, you will be provided with some projects, okay, with Python, For statistics, for the statistics and machine learning, you will be given one project. Okay, for Python, you will be given one project, and for deep learning, NLP, you will be given, you are going, like, you will be given one project. Okay, so 3 to 4 project, it depends on you how quickly you are finishing the project. After you submit the project, the certification will get issued to you, and in between the finishing of one module, okay, the assignments are also being given to you, so that it could be easy for you to practically implement all the concepts that you have learned. Okay, so this is the thing that our complete course outlay covers. This is a complete course outlay that we have. So introduction to Python, you know that Python is a high level and general purpose programming language. Okay, it is very user friendly language, and it doesn't require any kind of declaration or anything, initialization to write something. Okay, so for that, as in machine learning and deep learning, whenever you are training the model, you are preparing the model, you have to write a lot of code. So if you will go for any other programming language, it is not mandatory. You can do with the Java also. You can do with the C, C++ also. You can do with the Ruby also. PHP also, you can do. But the length of the code will be very huge. Okay? The length of the code will be very huge. For that, that's why we need a very scalable programming language. Okay, so that your dimension of your code should be less. Okay, that's why we use the Python, basically Python and R in our data science purpose. Okay, so let's have a look on the machine learning algorithms that we are going to cover. So in the supervised, we have classification and regression. So in regression, the first and foremost algorithm, that is our linear and the logistic regression that we are going to cover. We are going to cover the SVM, decision tree, okay, regularization techniques. Then in classification, we have the clustering, we have the neighbor Bayes, we have the decision tree, we have the random forest, k nearest neighbor. Okay, in the clustering, we have the all type of clustering, that is the k-means, db-scan, okay, Gaussian mixture. We have the PCA also, okay. In the dimensional reduction, we have the PCA also. In reinforcement learning, we have the Q learning, R learning, and TD learning. So all this module we are going to cover. Now, if we will talk about the career opportunities in data science, I don't think that I have to reveal it, because you all guys knows that this is the most demanding job nowadays. And it will be in high demand over some years, after some years. Like, it is continuing, the trend is completely continuing now. So if you will go by 2025 or by 2026, this demand will be in a very peak level. So if you are trying to be a data scientist in your career, if you are going to, if you are like willing to enhance your knowledge in the AI, in the field of AI, in the field of data science, then this is the right time to grab this course, to learn the technologies, to do the practical implementations, and give the interview, and you will be succeed. Okay, and the job scopes in the data science, if you are completely into the data science, you can be a data scientist, you can be a machine learning engineer, you can be a deep learning engineer, you can be an NLP engineer, a computer vision engineer, you can be a Python developer, you can be a data analyst, you can be a data engineer. Okay, all these things. You can be an AI engineer also. If you will be learning the ML ops, then obviously no one is going to stop you to being an AI engineer. Okay, so this is all about this demonstration. Hope you liked it. And also, I will request you that as the market is trending over the data science, over the AI, then you should come and you should learn about the data science, okay, how these things are happening, and it would be a lot of interesting things you will be knowing. You will get to know lot of interesting things with the advanced modern technologies. Okay, so yeah, this is thank you everyone, and I hope that you will think for it and you will make yourself ready to take this course.